Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine. This is like just roughly what I do every day. It's basically what I do. I just thought I'd show you. It is very similar to the one I did last year, but I just feel like a few things are different and I maybe do it differently now. I'm not sure. I just wanted to do this video again. So if you do like this video and you want to see more from me, please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any further videos. And yeah, let's just get on with the video. So the first thing I do is I use the Revolution Mattify Matte and Fix Primer. I think this is just regular Revolution. My cheeks are quite red, you can see all the little spots. They are more red right now because I'm hot, so when I'm more hot, obviously your cheeks get red. I do think partly it's because I used some retinol on it last weekend, 4 days in a row. So next I take my Zoeva Cream Shader and my L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer in 327, which is this one. And with this I just sculpt out my eyebrows. I did just purchase a salicylic acid serum though, so I'm hoping that that will start to help. I don't necessarily do this super neatly, I just kind of go around. And I just take this sleek brush, I don't know what brush it is, it came in an advent calendar, and I just use that to sort of blend out the edges of this. For foundation, I use this is like day to day. If I'm filming a video, I normally will use my Revolution Conceal and Define, and I'll also use that if I'm going out. If I say I'm going out, I mean if I want it to last long and I trust the foundation, so like I'll use it when I need it, like I need the trust. But just for a more lighter sort of thing, and this has SPF in it, I use the Revlon Colour Stay in Sand Beige. This is for combination to oily skin. So I always use the Real Techniques 200 Expert Foundation brush. It does cause it to be quite streaky, but I always go with a sponge afterwards. I tend to do like a pump and do that. Bit of a pump and do that. Bit of a pump and do that. I'll just go in with this. I literally never use brushes for foundation, and then I thought, well, I might try because sponges will soak up more product. So I thought, oh, I'm going to start using a brush again. The only thing I don't like about a brush is I don't know how it's going to look on camera, but I find it looks more like cakey and like streaky on my skin anyway, which is why I will always go with a sponge afterwards, because I don't like the streaky look, which is what I always used to do when I was younger. I used to use a brush and then a sponge with my Real Techniques sponge, because I just think it looks way nice and it feels nice from the skin. I feel like it just presses it in way better, but because you've already spread it, it doesn't really soak it up, it just sort of pushes it in. I'm just going to put a little, I know I shouldn't really touch that, but oh well, I've done it now. And then use my sponge. This is very like simple because it is just like an everyday look, and we are just working from home, but I find myself, I feel more like productive and more like ready and awake if I have makeup on. Next I go on to my By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, which is just like a loose powder, and normally it's already there. I don't tip it out into the lid. And this is my Revolution Bold Metals 103 brush, and I just sort of, I literally just powder my whole face. I can't wait to get my skin fixed. Actually, to be fair, it is winter. My skin does tend to get better in summer. It just naturally every year seems to just fix itself in summer and a bit more so. And then to sort of cover my under eyes a bit more, because that's the one thing, like I honestly feel like if I just use, even though this is absolutely fine, but if I just use foundation and concealer, I just don't like the effect of how my under eyes look. Like I do have quite dark under eyes, but I like to use the Max Factor Face Finity Compact Foundation in Ivory, and I will literally just like use the sponge that comes with it and just do that, because it just gives a little bit extra coverage under my eyes, and it is like a powder, so it makes sure like my under eyes are like really set. Now annoyingly, like I do want to say like, oh, I'm using this bronzer, but I truthfully do just use Hoola bronzer every day. But I do have this one here and I really wanted to use it even though I never use it. So maybe I should do a video of like a full face of testing new makeup, because I do actually have enough makeup now to do a full face of I probably have enough makeup to test new makeup now. Also, sometimes instead of my By Terry powder, I have been using this, which is the Revolution Pro Translucent Press Powder. Just kind of pick whatever I feel like. So let's just stick with Hoola. This is like super simple, like I don't really tend to like, I don't really do eyeshadow and stuff, you know, like it's just like a natural look. I honestly don't really wear eyeshadow, I just wear it for videos or like an occasion. Also don't bronze very neatly. Blush is the one thing I switch up, so I'm going to use the Fickle XX Revolution one, because I normally have been using my Desert Rose blush with the Beauty Babe blush, which has got a shimmer on it. So I'm literally just going to use, and I have used this a few times, like blush I do like to change it up, because Desert Rose I've just used for years, so I do try and change my blush up a little bit. So it's whatever I feel like. So I'm going to use this one today, because it's sort of got a bit of a shimmer but not like a ton. And I'm in a habit now of putting a bit more blush on than like I think I need, because it just comes off so quickly. And as a creature of habit, I still use my Mirror Luminizer. I love this stuff. It's just like, you can't beat it. The colour is just my favourite. The skin is just not looking great right now, because of all the texture on it and stuff. I'm going to use my bronzer brush again and just try and grab some more bronzer on this section. Sometimes I find if I set and spray my face, it kind of just helps bring it all together, so I'm going to do that with my Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. I just got this, I haven't used it before, but setting spray I'm not that fussed about, as long as it's like mattifying. I'll use anything that's apparently good, you know? I just feel like it brings my makeup together when I set and spray it. So next I take my Revolution Pro Dark Brown, what is this one? I think it's like the micro blading pencil. It's on with the gold bits. And then I do actually often do my eyebrows while I have setting spray on. I don't know, it's just become a bit of a thing. Then I use my Benefit 3D Brow Tones. This is shade 2, I think. I've had this actually for a long time now. I don't think it's running out though, because when I put it on I can see my hairs get darker. And then I will use a just makeup brush and my Hoola bronzer. An eyeshadow brush, sorry, and my Hoola bronzer, and put it into my crease. I use like I literally couldn't, when I do this, I don't care what brush I'm using. Just fluffy. This is eBay, this brush. I just think it just gives a nice little something. My makeup looks so bad on camera, like it's hilarious. Okay, so the next thing I do is I do my liner. Now, there isn't really one product I've used for this because it was a process. I'll show you. I started with just like using pencil liner because I don't really, wings are not my forte and I'm trying to like do them a bit more. So I was using this just a liner to sort of like draw like where I want the wing to sort of direction I want the wing to go out to. And I started using it and I found that like, I think maybe I did use it just with pencil for one day. And then I found that it's just like not very defined, I didn't really like it. So after that I started doing the little bits just sort of like for the angle with this. I haven't actually done it, I'm just showing you. And then I would use this, I don't know what it's called, but this one. And it's really nice because it's like it's a really fine tip. And I really liked it because it got like a really nice line. See, it's like proper black now, but after a few days of using it, I noticed it just started like fading. It wasn't like giving me, I mean you can kind of see it here, the thick part of it is actually really dark, and then the bit where like it's really thin isn't that great. And so what was happening is I could get a good line like across my eyelid, but when it come to the wing, the tip wouldn't really be making like a sharp tip. It'd look really like just feathery, like there was nothing really there. And then I tried using this LA Girl Espresso one, which has an amazing one as well. But I just don't know. I don't know if it's because of the makeup that's already on there. I'm not sure. Let me know. So when I was having issues where like the edge wasn't very strong, I started putting the Sleek Dip It eyeliner just on like the point. This is obviously like a liquid liner, like as in not a felt liner. It's like a proper tub and a thing, but because it's not like a brush, it's like plastic, it just means it doesn't like go all funny. But this is a lot more like you can feel it on your eye, whereas a pen one, a felt one, you can't really feel on your eye. Now I need you to bear in mind, I normally do this in front of my mirror, like sitting, not holding the mirror. They never look the same, and every day they look different size, different length, everything. I always like lean like this. Okay, so I kind of do that. I normally do like one on each side because I find that this eye, the crease comes down lower on this side than it does this one. So they can look a bit like different. But then kind of just keep, because obviously I'm not going to keep them that sort of size. And there's always like a point where I'll just go in and then like the length just keeps adding on later. So normally, like, one thing I don't like about this compared to the felt ones, the pen ones, is that you don't get as sharp of lines with this. It is a bit messier. And if like for example this side's gone really thick, I just like go with it. Like I don't really care how they look. As long as I can get them to kind of look similar, I'm not really fussed if I have to make one thicker and stuff like that. I hadn't done eyeliner I haven't attempted it in about 6 years, and I did the Selena video and I didn't love it. And then for some reason, I can't think what prompted me. I think I was watching Anastasia Kinsnorth and I saw she constantly had brown eyeliner. And I definitely don't do it the same way she does. Like she does big wings. And I was just like, I quite like that. I'm going to start using liner. But I haven't yet figured out like the different styles in terms of how you do it like big and bold, but without it like taking up your entire eye. Still got stuff to learn, but also it depends on your eye shape. But yeah, it like dries my eyelashes, which I'm not a massive fan of. And it's so annoying that I've got to take all of this off once I go to bed, once I finish filming this. And then I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I have purchased the Sky High one, haven't tried it just yet, but do plan to. Next, I use my MAC Soar lip liner. It's my absolute go-to. I use this every single day. Now, I don't like overline my lips, but I definitely do go on the very outside of my lip line, like as in as far out on my lip as I can. I feel like I used to just do like against my lip line rather than properly on it, whereas I feel like I go on my lip line now, which to me makes it feel like I'm overdrawing because that's different to how I've always done it for years. But I prefer how it looks. And then what I will use will be, there's two options. I'm going to use the one I've been using more because the other one you've seen in videos countless amount of times. So normally I use the Revolution Sheer Brilliant in Ballerina. If you want to see what this looks like on top of this, it's literally the majority of my recent videos. I've got this on, probably the videos since maybe October, I've been wearing this. But in the last like month, I've been using this, which is the No. 7 lip glaze. I've got it in the advent calendar. Because I really like the colour of Soar, and that's basically the same, but this just means that because this is a bit more sheer, it's a bit more like not much of colour, drinking during the day, it doesn't really come off as much, whereas obviously that other one, like you get the pink lipstick everywhere, whereas with this you don't as much. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll grab my setting spray again, and I will just move my hair out of the way. Do you like my necklace from Boho Moon? It's my Cancer necklace, like the zodiac sign. Okay, so this is my finished everyday makeup look. This is like my absolute go-to. Every product I use is basically like the one I would go for, like, and this is the look I normally go for as well, like the wing liner, and then just like the rest of it's just very like natural, like not much to it. So yeah, that is this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please sure to like, subscribe and comment. Leave me any ideas like I just said down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.